Leeds United probably need to sign an attacking player in this January transfer window. It could be a 10, it could be a 9. As long as there's someone central that is able to get the job done, that would mostly sate the fans. Some people probably want to, but hey-ho. Odds are it's not going to be a winger because we've got quite a lot of those. But someone that can attack down the middle would be very much wanted. And today we have some pretty big updates on the Leeds United hunts for various attackers. Now I'm going to throw 3 pretty big names that have been discussed in your general direction, discuss where the story's at so far, and ultimately where we think we are heading in that general direction. If you're not yet, subscribe and we will follow these stories until the end of the transfer window. The first person we need to discuss is Louie Barry. Louie Barry is a player that is currently at Aston Villa, was on loan out at Stockport, and is showing a lot of promise. He can play off the left, inside a little bit, and Leeds were heavily linked to him. He was absolutely ripping up League One, to be completely honest with you, and would be a pretty good signing for most clubs, which means that certain clubs are now showing that interest, specifically Celtic. He's the subject of a pretty chunky bid from Celtic, reportedly in the 7 figures sort of area, and something that Aston Villa might want to pay attention to if they want to offload him permanently. Villa are currently known for pretty shaky financials at the minute. The longer they can spend in Europe, the better they will do, because they will have more of a revenue coming. But at the moment, it's not going too great for them. If they are able to get some money in for Louie Barry, I think they'd be quite happy. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think that money's going to come from us, because I am not super convinced that we have been in for Louie Barry at any point. If you look at Leeds United's forward players, Piru, number 9, fine, ish, 10-ish. Mateo Joseph, number 9, can't play as a 10. Brendan Aronson, playing as a 10. Dan James, right winger. On the left flank, Solomon prefers it there, Ramazani prefers it there, Nonto prefers it there. I think us picking up another wide player that plays off the left-hand side would be a bad move. Even if you're purely playing him as a number 9, he's going to naturally find himself drifting over in that general direction. That's why I'm not super convinced that we're in for him, unless we're saying you will be a number 10 or you will just play as a number 9. He's ultimately not what Leeds United need. There is a different player that Leeds United arguably do need, and that is Alvyn Sanches, who is currently playing for Lausanne in Switzerland. Currently absolutely ripping up the Swiss league. Can't quite remember all of his numbers. I'm just going to check them just to be absolutely certain. Or he's just not going to show up on FBref. That's really, really helpful. There we go. Currently, he's played 18 matches this season, scored 6, got 3 assists, and is being widely regarded as, let's check my notes, the greatest talent in Swiss football, which is a hell of a title to have. He's able to play for Portugal. He's able to play for Spain. He's got options, and the fact that they're battling between him says that he's clearly a very good player, and he is a creative 10 that completely fits our needs. Lots of shots every game, lots of those shots going on target, and his creative passing is delicious. He can also play on the wing, and as just a central midfielder. He's genuinely spectacular. He can play all over the place. He has, additionally, already said that this is going to be his last season in Switzerland. He's rated about £7.5 million, and he's going to move. Without a doubt. Next season, he will not be playing in Switzerland. However, we do have the slight further issue there, being that this season, he will not be playing outside Switzerland. Because he said, I want to finish the season with my club, which in most cases, I would say that is incredibly honourable, especially for a young footballer who, isn't necessarily the most attached. But in this case, it annoys me because I kind of want him, It's a little bit different when it's a player that you're sort of chasing. And that's completely understandable as well, because his side currently have 30 points in the league. They are chasing Lugano and Basel. They are in 3rd place for the title, and they are a single point behind Lugano, which you can obviously see he might want to leave with a little bit of silverware. However, once he does leave, assuming we do go up, which would be very, very nice, he's definitely won for the summer. The amount of conversation that's been had around Alvyn Sanches and Leeds United says to me there will potentially be something, but it's not going to be in this window, just based on everything that he has said. There is a move that is looking a little bit more likely to be this window, and that is that of Mergim Berisha. Mergim Berisha is a number 9 that plays for FC Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. Let's just bring up his data properly and make sure that I'm getting everything correct. There we go. Currently, he's played 11 times for Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, 3 times for them in the Europa League. But Those 11 appearances in the Bundesliga have not been fantastic for him. He's had 333 minutes this season of domestic football, 142 in the Europa League. He scored once in the Bundesliga, got an assist, but he's very much been in and out of the side. He's very rotational. He lost his place in the squad initially through an injury, so has a hell of a lot of work to do to sort of get back on his feet and get that momentum back going again. As I say, number 9 at Hoffenheim, so he will play perfectly in that number 9 attacking role. There is a slight concern that his finishing isn't quite what people would want it to be. His goals per 90 is significantly lower than his XG per 90, and his shot on target rate is not ideal. 1 in 4 of his shots go on target. But that's a little bit better than Leeds United shots on target, off the top of my head. I might be wrong in that, but that's just a complete stab in the dark. But we know that he's likely to be on the move, if not now, then relatively soon, because he recently changed his agent specifically to find a move. You don't really change your agent if you're happy with where you're at. It's that, or he's looking for new contract talks, and I will be completely honest with you, that does not look like it's going to be the case. He's got 2 years left on his contract, and with the amount of minutes he's getting, it doesn't look like Hoffenheim will want to keep him around. It won't be the most costly moves either, but the YEP say it is mostly rumours. It's just discussion, maybe from an agent trying to get him on the move. I don't have a doubt that we've looked at him, because decent scouting departments will look at absolutely everyone that they can see and everyone that they think will make the move. For example, you wouldn't think we would have signed Manor Solomon, but we tried it and we did. So I'm feeling a little bit confident on that front, but whether or not it's him we sign, I don't know. So when it comes to what's likely happening, I think the fact that there's so many names being thrown around the place. So, for example, Ahmed Bamadele is another one. The Gilavogi stuff is another one. I might do a stream later on tonight to sort of discuss all of that. It feels like what's happening is the 49ers have those feelers out. They're having the conversations behind the scenes. And those conversations might be the ones that are kept quiet. Because again, we didn't know who Isaac Schmidt was until he made that move. I think what's happening is those conversations are staying quiet, and the ones that we're hearing are coming from agents. Because again, the Louie Barry stuff, specifically naming, it's Leeds United, it's Sheffield United, it's Sunderland, it's Celtic. Well done, agent. You've picked the biggest of the names, and you're trying to drum up a little bit of an interest to make a little bit of a bidding war happen. And I get it from his perspective, but it's really annoying for us fans. I'd rather you don't do that. Stick with the actual news. I think what's going to happen is we are going to, before the end of the window, sign someone to play that attacking role, maybe someone in a more defensive role as a fullback, but we will get a signing or two. I'm 100% certain on that. I don't see us doing a goalkeeper, I'll be completely honest with you. But we will make moves. We just need to be a bit patient. But at the end of the day, as always, that is just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm feeling pretty much okay about all of this, but I don't know about you folks, so shout it at me. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not yet, that's always really appreciated. You could even be a channel member, 99p a month, and it just really helps the channel keep going. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Ta-ra.